Okay. Okay, Adedayo. Are we cool? Can you hear me before I start sharing? Let me know if you can hear me so I can start sharing. Okay. What's our number? Copy. Okay, great. We can go ahead and share and call everybody. Oh, I forgot. Ready. Good afternoon, Olaide. Good afternoon, everybody. Please go ahead and share. Idiot back. Good evening. Good evening. I'm going to log on TikTok now. I'm sorry. I'm quickly trying to finish something. I'm going to go on TikTok now, Olushola. Right now, I'm going to go on TikTok. Give me a minute. Whew, I'm not been. Just doing like 20 at the same time. Tag, everybody. Let me go ahead and share. Maybe no to finish this thing that I was doing. That's my page. Are they are they taking it along too? Yes, of course. All right. I'm going on TikTok. Yeah. Mm. Okay, I'm on TikTok. My nose stop acting up. Oh. Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon. Wow. Hi, everybody. Olushola, I'm on TikTok. How has it been my day? Well, it's okay. Not too stressful today. That's why I left and came home. I just need some rest. So I was at the office in the morning, then I came back. Yeah. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's afternoon here, and it is freaking hot outside. I mean, like 100 degrees. Jesus. Yesterday, 90,500. Okay. I didn't say that very well. Is that 90 or 900,000? Anyway, okay. It's really hot. Please stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Oh. This water, it's not enough for me. Ask everybody. It's cold. Cold again. You know, it's so funny. When you Anyara Iko, Amara look it, it's so cold. I can take that from them. But Lagos, when you say it's cold in Lagos, it cracks me up. I laugh as in cold in Lagos. If you say it's cold in Ekitina or Ilesha, yes, I know it can get cold because of the trees and everything. Tree melo leni leko ti on cold. Why cold in Igbo for where? And then you'll be wearing sweater, wearing jackets in Lagos. Which kind cold? Well, maybe inside the AC. Sometimes I have to use like the duvet to cover myself. But you're just sitting down and you're telling me it's cold. Unless you're using AC, then with the rain, maybe. Unless you have a kidney peo. If you're anemic, people that are anemic, you get cold easily. So when people tell me I'm cold, I'm like, are you anemic? Go and check your blood, so you know you are anemic or you are not anemic. Nigerians, you don't do blood tests. So many times that I'll tell people go and do tests, and then they'll come back like, yeah, it's true, I'm anemic. So go and check, if you get cold like that, especially in Lagos, go and check and be sure that you are not anemic. It rained all through yesterday and today. Okay, I'll take it from you. Good afternoon, everybody. You are welcome. 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 You are welcome from Healing to Purpose. And today we are still on this our topic. And I have 3 more weeks to finish these topics. Me mo ko tí mo ro tí mo lọ ṣe curriculum 3 months for men. Well, they deserve it. So I have 3 more weeks after today to finish this issue about this men issue. So what men never say. What men never say. What men never say. Let me put your comment on the stage. So what men never say. And today is part five of what men never say. You know, I was driving back from the office and I was thinking, I said, what is wrong with us Nigerians? Honestly, so many times I want to stop this Wednesday program, like just face my own thing. But, it's all right. Even if it's one person that is listening, I know that one person will be blessed. This is part five. That means this is week 6 because I did the first week to do introduction. And then I have done 5 parts, making 6. So for the past 6 weeks, we've been talking about what men never say. Go on my page because every week I will post like a summary of what we're going to talk about. I'm telling you sincerely, this is a master class that I'm giving you for free. Sometimes it's painful because people don't appreciate it. I'm not saying pay me for it. If I want to get paid, I know where I get paid, right? But I wish that a lot of people can see these videos or read this, what men never say. Either you are a man or you are a woman. If you are a man, send it to all your friends, your uncles, your daddies, your children, your sons. If you're a woman, you need to listen to this. You need to read it for your man and for your own understanding. Because sometimes some of the things we fight about, some of the things we grumble about, some of the things that cause trouble is because we do not have understanding. I talk to men a lot, as in a lot. And sometimes I like to really, really dig down. I'll say, let's go deep and pick their brains. Like, let me just know what is going on in your head concerning this issue. Let me just know what is going on in your head or what you feel. What is your opinion? This is not Facebook. This is not social media. People lie a lot on social media. People put up acts on social media. But when you're one-on-one, when I'm one-on-one, I want to hear the truth and know the fact. I really, really dig deep and talk to this man like, please forget, I'm not your wife. We're here, one-on-one. It's you and I. And I really, really like to know their opinion about things, about issues, about things that we women fuss about things that we have misconceptions about things that we just assume, and about lack of, understanding. I will not say knowledge, lack of understanding. When you put 10 men, let's assume I'm doing podcasts and I have like 5 men here, and then I'm asking some of these questions. Come and give me wife. Wale, I beg, leave me. You understand? I know 5 of these men, sometimes they're not going to agree on that particular issue because the way we see things, the way we perceive things, and upbringing, childhood, affect a lot of how we think, how we behave, how we have understanding about things. And I sincerely, honestly wish, because sometimes when I go back and watch these videos, or when I'm reading, everything is on my phone. I have iPhone. I'm using everything Apple. In fact, sometimes I'll be like, if I have a boyfriend or if I'm married, I can never cheat, or I can't cheat because my phone, my iPad, and my MacBook, everything is connected. My son just connected everything. So whatever is going on my phone is going on my iPad, is going on my MacBook. One day, even this afternoon, when I came home, I was just hearing to. It means the moment I get home, because I always go out to the office with my iPad and my phone, everything will just connect and be downloading on my MacBook. I'm like, Jesus, it is not somebody like me that can cheat. Oh. Just imagine I went to work and I came back home and everything is downloading. Your husband will just sit down there, be looking like, okay, these are the messages that came. These are the, it's so funny. I just want to say that. Like, if you have Apple products, don't cheat. Oh. unless you are not connected with your family members, you know. And then sometimes when I'm accusing my kids, like, you didn't even check on me all day. Especially that one in college. You'll be like, Mommy, I know where you are. I'll be like, where am I? She will tell me where I where I am. The first day she did it, I was scared. I said, hey, are you a witch? She said, Mommy, we're sharing location. So come off it. I know where you are every time, and you can know where I am. So, hey, that's the 21st century for us. Anyway, five men would never, ever, ever agree on the topic. I don't think so. Everybody have their own opinion, and sincerely, it is from I mean, their opinion is based on how they grow up, what they know, what they have experienced. And I'm telling you, I am begging you, please, these videos, go back sometimes and watch them. These write-ups, go back sometimes and watch them. I call this a masterclass, and it is nothing less than that. I charge people, people pay me for seminars, for conferences, for these topics that I'm doing for free. And I just, it was one patient that actually triggered this class. And then I saw when that song came out from Timi Kilonjeno, that guy, that Nigerian guy, Brotherly. And I listened to that. I said, well, I sincerely need to do this series. Hello, Justina. Hello, Sister Funke. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody on TikTok. Like, I really need to do this topic series for the men. So today we're talking about the mask men wear. Pretty much we talk about, and I actually wrote a book. Where's that book? I wrote a book on masking the soul. Unmasking the Soul. I wrote a book on mask. So I've written something. And the reason I wrote this, actually, I was thinking from the perspective of people in domestic violence, how they wear masks and cover up and stuff like that. Do you know men cover up too? They wear masks. They wear masks. That's why you think some of them lie. That's why you think they're manipulative. That's why, a lot of them are narcissists. A man will allow you to see what he wants you to see. So the man you see is not always the man that he is. Women too, but we're talking about the men now. And I want you women to understand that when they wear that mask, it's not always that they are lying. It's not all of them that are liars. They wear the mask to cover up a lot of things, a lot of things, a lot of things. And all these things we are going to talk about today. At least some of these things we're going to cover today, okay? Hello, Ola Adexco. Okay. All right. So welcome back, everyone. If you're joining me for the first time, my name is Dr. Olubusololua Feromi. I'm a therapist. I'm a medical massage practitioner. I am a counselor, a life coach, and an advocate for domestic violence. So that's where I'm coming from. So good evening and welcome back to this series, What Men? Where's my topic right here? Where in the what are we talking about? Okay, what men never say. What men never say, the mask men wear. The mask men wear. Okay, so for the past 6 weeks, we've talked and walked through some difficult conversations. Some of you have sent me messages, your opinion, your disagreement, your grievances, your problem, your issues. I mean, the men. And some women sent me messages too, like, okay, this is my man. This is what is going on. So I've received a lot of messages, a lot of emails, and I cannot lie. I haven't even opened some. And if you like you message me and I did not respond, please send me a message again or go into my DM. Because I can't even. So we talked about the silent burden of men. We talked about the loneliness. No. We talked first was the silent burden of men. We talked about the boy inside the man. We talked about the loneliness of strong men. And then last week, we talked about men's mental health. Men's mental health. So if you miss any of those, go on my wall on Facebook. I still don't know how this TikTok operates. I don't even know if they save the videos or not. When I'm done working some whatever on my YouTube channel is there because right now I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you miss anything, Facebook, they delete their videos after 30 days. That's why I had to go back to my yes, thank you. That's why I go back to my YouTube. So some of them I forget, but some they are on what's wrong with this thing on my YouTube? Okay, I guess both cannot be. No, what am I doing? Yeah, no, stay there now. Stay there. Okay, anyway. So tonight I want to ask you this question. Have you ever, I want you to respond or make a comment. Have you ever met a man who seems to have everything together? You know, you see some men, they are so confident, so, the self-esteem is up there, the confidence is over the top, you know? They seems to look like they get everything together, everything is okay, everything is pam pam pam. Like, okay, that's my kind of man. Very intelligent, very smart, very wise, rich, sometimes rich, but inside he was falling apart. Have you ever met that kind of man? Women, if you say no, let me tell you, some of the men, the reason you can't stay with them is because inside they are falling apart. Inside they're not okay, especially when they see a strong woman. When you're that woman that get it together, when you're that woman that is so detailed that you know what you're doing, everything is okay. Every man's dream. And then you meet this man that you think is well put together, and you feel like, what is wrong with this guy? Let me tell you, a lot of them, they're just looking good on the outside. Inside is falling apart. Okay? Maybe you've been that man, if you're a man. And if you're a woman, maybe you've been with that kind of a man. Maybe you are married to one and you're thinking, it's never like this man. What is wrong with this man? Or you feel like, okay, I thought this one is put together. This one is okay, it's ready to go. What is wrong with him? Maybe a lot is wrong with him. I've met some men like that. As a matter of fact, not long ago, I met one. I'm like, okay, maybe this is him. Maybe this is the man. And I'm like, okay, something is not clicking for me. And you have to pay detailed attention, especially if you're looking for a stable and serious relationship. I'm not talking about marriage now. If you're single and if you want a stable and serious relationship, it's not like you're just looking for sex, you're looking for a casual relationship, or you just need a man to be talking to. Yes, maybe. Let me see. Wow, this one is not staying. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, you think he's being put together. It's probably not a man that you think he is. Do you understand? So women, I want you to pay attention to this class as well as the men. Okay, the man who smiles while carrying the heartbreak, he's just smiling. His heart is broken, and that heart that was broken, there was nothing he did to mend it. He didn't do anything about it. So he's still carrying the broken heart around, and you suffering for it. You like, this one looks like it's being put together, but this one looks okay. But hey, what is all this? All this is heartbroken, and he didn't do anything about it. There was no therapy, there was no healing. Boom, jumped into another relationship, and hey, the rebound is coming on you. Do you understand? The man who jokes so nobody notices his pain. I met one. Oh God, this guy is so funny. Like, funny. The first time I was laughing and all that. I'm very, very detailed now when it comes to people, not only relationship. I listen, I open my eyes, I pay attention. And then by the time we started talking, I'm like, something is wrong. The jokes are, he said something one day, and I thought in my head, I said, that did not sit well with me at all. That did not sit well with me. I don't. I didn't want to complain or anything. He thought it was funny. Truly, it was funny. But me, that I had to think about what he said, that wasn't funny to me. But I didn't say anything. I didn't complain. But I told myself, hey, Olubusola, pay attention. And then I started paying attention, like, okay, it's funny, but his jokes are sometimes dry. His jokes are sometimes not as meaningful as I would expect somebody of his of I mean, anyway. So I started paying attention and it wasn't funny to me anymore. So one day I'm like, what is really wrong with you? He said, what do you mean? I said, something is wrong. He said, you're the therapist, Papa. I said, no, it's not about that. I said, something is odd. What is really going on with you? It's like nothing. I said, you're funny, but you see, you're funny to people that are not paying attention. For somebody like me, I know there is something wrong with your jokes. We figure it out. I figure it out. I said, what are you covering? What are you covering? And for me, the moment I turn you into a client, forget about buffet date here. It's not going to happen, you know? Especially when I know this is not my kind of man. Do you understand? So that joke may be, yeah, it's just funny. The joke may be like, okay, I have something to cover. I have a pain. I have a pain. So when it's funny, you don't pay attention to his pain. The pain is there. The pain is there. And for a lot of us, we cover up with a lot of things. We cover up with a lot of things. Some people cover with sex. That's why I'll be like, hey, this one doesn't know anything except sex. It's covering something. It's covering a pain. There's something going on. People don't become a NIFO for like that. There is something. The man who keeps walking because slowing down will mean facing emotions he has buried for years. You see this one that I said, the man, I'm talking about the mask that men wears and why they wear the mask, okay? I'm talking about why they wear mask. And this man, the man who keeps walking, you begin to call him workaholic because that's all he knows. He just keep walking and keep walking and keep walking. Because if he slows down, it will be facing emotions that he has buried. You see this sentence that I just said now, that was me. And I can still tell you, this is still me. I work a lot. I stopped calling myself a workaholic because me only waku. Like today, now that I left office and came, I canceled like 3 appointments to just leave the office and come home. Before, no. But now I want to live long. So I'm using my brain in working. Do you understand? In the past 5 years, I was working nonstop. Not only because I needed money or I want money or I love money, I was doing that to cover up, to bury emotions. I didn't want to sit down and be thinking. At the time, I was depressed. And then when I did not want to use medication, then I had to do something to keep me busy. I don't want to be thinking about no man. I don't want to be thinking about sex. You know, people would tell, especially men. You know, yes, men will be asking me, "Aren't you lonely?" I'm alone, but I am not lonely. I will say yes, I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. And sincerely, I'm not lying. I'm not missing nothing. I mean, I have clients that will be telling me, you know what? I think I miss sex. I think I miss a man. I think I miss a woman. Some people will use walk. You keep walking nonstop. Hello, Smiley Motors. Nonstop. Because I want to just pay attention. I I just want to keep my mind off. I don't masturbate. I have no sex toys. I have nothing. I'm not missing anything. I don't think about it. I love sex. Don't get me wrong. But when I am Equajameta Smile Motors, when I'm with the right person, I enjoy sex. You understand? But right now that I know, I don't want to be thinking about it. I don't want to be thinking. My friends will be like, you better go get a toy. You know, even my therapist one time told me, go get a toy. I said, I don't need one. I don't need one. All I need to do is keep myself busy, keep myself busy. And some people, this is the way they live, not because they are single. Some are even married. All he does is just walk, 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 and walk. By the time he comes home, he's tired. Hello, when I go to work, when I come home, I take a shower. Now I actually am eating my dinner before I come home. So when I come home, I'm just eating something very, very light. I mean, even when I'm on the bed, You will see my phone or my iPad on the bed with me. I am still trying to write report. I am still trying to, I'm not as busy on Facebook as I used to. Like I said, I need some rest. So I will not do that overnight. But sometimes I'm up to like 12 midnight, 1 a.m. Auntie Dami told me yesterday, like I think it was some minutes to 12, like, Doctor, go and sleep. I said, yes, ma'am. And I was on my bed, as a matter of fact, I wanted to sleep. And I remember, oh, 12 is almost here. I have to do, let me just pray before I sleep. I was still up to like 1 or 1:30. I keep myself busy. So I don't sit down just thinking about, oh, I missed a guy, or I missed sex. Or Auntie Dami say, oh, I was still up. I mean, I had to pray. And then after prayer, I just was on my bed trying to like do some things. There's always something for me to do. You know what? Go and that's why I always talk about purpose, purpose, purpose. Find something. Find something. Find something to be doing. I love to cook. Now I don't cook. Before, you will see me in my kitchen 1 a.m., 2 a.m. just cooking. Not because somebody is coming, not because I want to eat. I will cook and go just load it in my freezer. Now, I still love cooking, but I don't have to. What am I cooking for? You understand? So you need to have something to stay focused on. Go get something to focus on. So some men, they're wearing this mask of I am busy, just to cover up. Yeah, keep your mind busy. Keep your mind busy. Somebody told me, said, you know what, I've been celibate for like a year. I said, oh, he said, doctor, I can't do this anymore. I said, why? He said, I just keep thinking about sex. I said, I mean, she's my friend. I said, you understand? For you to just sit down and be thinking about sex. Come on now. I said, go get busy. It is either you want to be celibate or you don't want to. You're an adult. You're not a virgin. Get somebody. My own thing is this. I will never, ever judge anyone on what they do, especially if you're an adult. And I don't have to say sit down there. If you're an adult, you're an adult. What you want to do is what you want to do. Even no matter what I say, sometimes you will still do what you want to do. Do you understand? One thing I don't like is this. You have sex with this one, you have sex with this one, you're just jumping from bed to bed. You understand? I will not say go and be celibate now because of what? It is my choice because I don't want to be just jumping from bed to bed. If I have a boyfriend, of course, I don't need marriage to go and be before I have sex. I'm an adult. I'm not looking for a baby anymore. So you have to know what you have to know. And don't bring religious to this one. Please don't let us go there. Because your pastor that is preaching that to you is the same your pastor that is married at home and is still toasting me. Am I a Kalosi Ben? Don't let us go there. If you're an adult and you feel like, okay, you missing sex. Hello, you see all these toaster that you're saying no to. Sit down, know what you want, and be like, but you taste this one, you taste that one, you taste that one. I beg. One thing that I'm so scared of, all these STDs, they are real. I treat them. I treat people for that. So it is true. HIV is still there. People don't talk about that. I've been a counselor. I've taught. I've been to countries just to teach about HIV. Back then, it is still out there. People are still having HIV. It is true. And you know what? Especially these African men, they don't like to use condom. So protect yourself. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. I cannot. Just protect yourself. That is what I would tell you. And that is the thing for me. I don't believe in, okay, now you're dating or you have like 3, 4 girlfriends. For what now? A man was telling me, we're talking, I said, how do you separate God from his creation? I'm not saying, please, nobody should come and just provoke me today. You need to stay on the topic, okay? If you don't know, I'm an ordained reverend, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying separate God from his creation. If you think you are religious or you are spiritual, I don't think you are more than I am. Do you understand? I'm very, very spiritual. I'm a child of God. I'm very, very intimate with God. I hear from God. So don't go there with me. Don't bring religious or religion into this topic that I'm talking about. We're talking about sex. I'm not saying separate God from creation. Don't bring the God in this particular topic that I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about adults. I'm talking about sex. And I'm saying you have a boyfriend. I'm 55 years old. I don't need to get married now to have a boyfriend. I can have a companion. And I'm saying, don't bring God into I cannot have sex until I marry. That is what I am saying. So if you think that's a bad behavior, that's okay. Let me be bad all by myself. I am saying it at 55 years old. I don't need to get married, but I will stick with a partner. And some of you that will come here and be castigating me, you're sleeping with everybody. That's what I'm saying. I said the same pastor that is preaching to you that do not have sex is the same pastor that is married and wants to sleep with me. Okay? That's fornication. But your pastor that is telling me you cannot have sex is the same pastor that want to fornicate with me. That was what I was saying. So Mbala, I beg. Just leave, JJ. I don't want to focus on you. If that is bad behavior, go and tell your pastor first, okay? Go and tell your pastor first. And I'm saying it, I'm online. I'm fornicating, yes. If I have a partner at 55 years old and I decide, okay, we're not getting married, we just want to be with each other, and you tell me I cannot have sex, go and tell God, okay? Thank you. That's what I'm going to say about that. I don't want to stay focused because that is how they will just be distracting me. And it's a lie. All of these people, it's a lie, oh. It's a lie. Babala lie. Don't come here and be preaching what you do not do for me. Do you understand? I know all of you behind the scene. I'm a pastor too. And I counsel the pastor. And I teach leadership. I teach the pastor. So don't come here and be telling me all kind of rubbish. I beg. It's a lie. Or you will see them with their scarf. They will be saying, okay, you are fornicating. Guess what? I have worked in not one, not two pastors having sex in the pastor's office with a church member that is married or with a single sister and the pastor is married. Now they will come here and be preaching what they are not. I beg, don't distract me, Joe. Please don't distract me. Oh. Don't distract me. If I have a boyfriend and I'm having sex with my boyfriend, while I say, let me fornicate in peace. Do you understand? Let me fornicate in peace. I beg. Anyway, let me continue. So, the man everyone admires, but nobody really knows. Do you understand? I should start talking about all these pastors and all these mommy Gio with their scarf here without hearings. Don't make me go there. One day I'm going to talk about church. I am church. Let me tell you, I am church. I've been in church all my life. I've done researches. I know what happens in the church. So don't come here and be preaching whatever. I beg. The man everybody admires, but nobody really knows. We all look at like, okay, he's doing this, he's doing that. So the mask men wear. I don't believe that most men wear masks because they want to deceive people. No, it's not always. No, don't talk about pastor. Continue your topic. No, I'm not going there today. Ola Adeko. She just wants to distract me. Okay? She wants to distract me. Mbala, wala lokoresi, when people don't have understanding, this is how I know people that are not intelligent. Because if you are intelligent, I don't like to attack people, but it's like you're attacking me and I will fire back right now. Do you understand? I'm teaching something else. I just use an example. Now you want me to focus on you calling me a fornicator and me encouraging bad behavior. I don't want to call you fool because if you're listening, you will know this is not what we're talking about. If you're listening and you are intelligent, you should know that's not what I am talking about. And this is not about me encouraging bad behavior. I said something in one sentence, and now you're distracting me, calling me a fornicator, calling me Auntie Dami. How do I block somebody from this place? Because she's now getting on my nerves. Okay. I don't think it's a man. She's a woman. It's not a man. It's men don't talk like this. I know this kind of a woman. When was the last time you have sex? Don't let me go on you. I can really focus on you and it will be juicy. This is what people like. You understand, but I'm not going there with you. If I dig you very well, trust me, you will not like it. And I don't have to dig people like you, because if you come here and the next thing you're doing is to judge me, you have something in your cupboard. When was the last time you had sex? If you're married or if you're single? Because people that have sex, good sex, they don't talk like you're talking. So don't let me go. Don't let me go there. Anyway, back to the topic. I believe many wear sex. I was saying it's not all men that wear masks that want to deceive people. I believe many wear masks because somewhere along the journey, they learned that real version of themselves wasn't safe. Yes, I know. Oh, when you have good sex in your marriage, because when she may be married. Hmm? If you have good sex, you will not come here and be calling me a fornicator. I beg. Eba mi ya ni something, something. You know, I beg. Anyway, they have learned that sometimes men wear mask. They wear mask because they're trying to protect themselves. Yes, Nambala. When was the last time you had good sex? Talking about me. I beg, leave me alone. They learned that real version of themselves wasn't safe. Like, let me just cover up so she will not know what is going on. Let me cover up so she will not know what is going on with me. Do you understand? So maybe as little boys, they were told, men don't cry, stop crying. Be a man. We talked about that when we did the topic. Was it last? No, it wasn't last week. I think it was when we did Lonely Men, or the boy inside the man, something like that. Or the man inside the boy. Nobody wants to hear that. These are sometimes when you're talking to kids, to children, be very, very careful what you say to them, what you utter, because it's sinking in. By the time you're telling your son, stop crying, men don't cry, and you repeatedly tell him that, and he's growing, he's 5 years old, and okay, 2 weeks ago, thank you, fabulous. Now he's 10 years old. Now he cannot show emotion. Now he's covering up. Even when something is eating him up, he will always remember. Thank you, Lady. He will always remember that mommy said I cannot cry. Daddy already told me men don't cry. You're telling a 7-year-old don't cry, men don't cry. He will master that. You're telling a 7-year-old, be a man. You're telling a 10-year-old, be a man. Yeah, he was always going to come macho like, they said I have to be a man. Do you understand? Handle it yourself. You are telling your 7-year-old, your 10-year-old, your toddler, your adolescent to be a man and handle it himself. You're still supposed to be nurturing this child, not to be a man at that early age. Don't be weak. You are a weakling. You're telling a boy, don't be weak. Do you understand? And now he's a man. You want him to be showing emotion. No, he will not show emotion. Now you want him to be loving and caring. No, because you already told him, men, don't do that. And without realizing it, they grow to be that. They began creating version of themselves they believe the world will accept. Because now you've told them over and over. You're telling him, the teacher in school is telling him, the Sunday school teacher is telling him, or the Afa Nilekeu is telling him. That's how you raise a boy. You understand? That's how you raise a boy. And now he has mastered, without him realizing, he has mastered that version of this is what the world want to see. They want to see a strong man. They don't want to see a man showing emotion. They don't want to see a man loving his wife. Do you understand? When you see a man loving a woman now, like you helping your wife with the baby, or you helping your wife clean, or just clean. Now the next thing is Otiwe for Funje, especially with Nigerians. You begin to think that woman has just that man. That woman has used voodoo on that man. Love can be natural. It doesn't have to be like, okay, she has done something. But some of you, because you grew up to be like, no, you cannot show your emotion. You have to do this. Me, I told my son, love your wife with everything in you. Go shower for the baby. Clean the house. You're raising a queen, but they're raising a don, and now you want your don to marry your queen. And no, that marriage cannot stand like the way you want it to stand. Do you understand? When you see people enjoying themselves, loving themselves, I'm a very, very touchy person. I'm a very, very romantic person. If I'm truly, truly, truly into you, they will tell you that I have cooked a foriro for you, because the way I will love you, if you don't love me back, that's, love has to be reciprocated. Do you understand? So me, that is how I was raised. That is how I raised my son. I want to see my son with his wife. I want to be happy. Like, okay, go get a room, Joe. Do you understand? That's how things are supposed to be. But then I remember my ex mother-in-law asked me, not his son. No, I don't know what she must have told his son or her son. Oh, she to my face like, "Shenyo Kinjani, don't we fight?" And I said, "Mommy, what kilofe fight? Like, why should we fight to the point that I have to call you and be reporting my husband? I don't have to. I don't do that. I don't do that. If anything is the matter, I'll call my husband and we'll talk about it. And that's it. Me, I don't go to bed thinking, oh, he did this, he did that. I will not be able to sleep. That's not how I love. But that's how some people grew up. That's how they were taught to love. That's how they were taught, like, that's nothing like love. When you repeatedly telling your son, that's nothing like love. Oh, because you don't experience that does not mean he should not enjoy his own life. Because you did not experience love does not mean a woman will not show love to your son. So don't raise your son with the bitterness of you did not enjoy love, or you have never seen love in existence. Me, I'm a very lucky child. I'm a very, very lucky child. I saw love firsthand. All I knew in my life is a man and a woman loving themselves. Even though that man will still go and do some shiki outside, I saw love. Do you understand? I saw love. A lot of men did not grow up like that. A lot of men did not grow up like that. So when we see love, we think it's fake. We think it's not real. Some men were raised like that, and they have this mask, to be who the world want them to be. Because when you're loving a woman too much, then your friend begin to call you a weakling. They begin to tell you, oh, you have had something. She has done something to you. So you show this, you cover her up like, I don't want to be the weak in my group. Because all of them have girlfriends you don't have. You understand? All of them. And now it's like, okay, you have to have one just because you want to satisfy the group of friends that you're in. Do you understand? A version that always looks strong, always has the answer to everything. Even when you know, I bet sometimes just shut up. Do you understand? You always have the answer. You never get tired. It's a lie. You're not a machine. Even machine, you have to break it down sometimes and service it. You are not a machine. Never feel afraid. Come on now, don't bury your emotion. If you are scared, say you are scared. I always tell my son, let it out. You're stressing. What are you stressing about? Sit down, let's talk. Let's talk. Because I want you to be able to talk to me, be able to talk to your wife. You're going through some stress. Something happened at work. A friend did something, whatever. Financially, you're struggling. Let your partner know, whether married or not, if you have a partner, if you know you have somebody in your life, let her know. Let her know you don't need to wear that mask of you're still, until everything crashes. Somebody's trying to blackmail you. A girlfriend that is pregnant. We talked about that too. Come home and beg madam. Just prostrate. Motishe. You want to see. Do you understand? Never struggles. Hey, we're human. No, sometimes you struggle. Sometimes you struggle. Never cries. Cry if you have to. Say, I'm not a crying baby. I don't cry easily. Was it last week I was telling you? Yeah, last week. I just let it go. Like, hey, sometimes I just let it go. And it was just a tiny thing. Somebody just said something and it just touched a knot in my head. All the emotions that I've been bearing for the past 2 weeks, that I've been so emotional. I just sat in my office. I just let it go. Like, and then in 2 minutes, I washed my face, back to work. Stop bottling up. Stop bottling up. And if you burn, don't burn yourself out. Don't burn yourself out. Not to say I am tired. Not to say I am exhausted. Not to say no to your wife. Not to say no to your girlfriend, because some women and my gender, we're not okay sometimes. Some of my gender, some of us, we are not good. It's normal to cry. Sometimes I just want to let it go. Like, let me feel better. Let me just cry, but I will not. But you know what? It may just be a tiny thing that will just strike. And I will just sit down, like, just be crying and be talking to God. I'll be talking to God, like, hey, what is this going on? That's the way I deal with my own thing. But here's the truth. A mask may protect you from rejection, but it also keeps you from being truthful. You masking, it will protect you from rejection, right? But it also keeps you from being truly known. It means that person that thinks they know you is a lie. She knows nothing. Sometimes when men are talking, I'll be like, does your wife know this part of you? Or does your wife know this? Dr. Oh, no, I can't tell her. You know what? It's not because some men really want to lie to you. It's not because some men are truly, they just want to cover up their liars. No. You know, a lot of men will tell me, like, listen, no, I don't know how my wife will take it. Or I cannot, I can't show this side of weakness to my wife. I was like, I can't tell my wife this, so she will kill me. You know, a whole bunch of things. So, in totality of all this, let me give you the summary of why some of your men are wearing masks for you. They're scared of your reaction. Scared of your reaction. One thing that I always tell men is this. I'll tell you, you can trust me. Trust me with your emotion. Trust me with anything. I promise you, I'll behave in reacting, in showing you reaction. If a man can trust you, that is peace. Like, okay, even when you go out there and just do things that, you did what? If a man can trust you, he will come home and tell you, I did this, I did this. That's why they blackmail people. When they know, one was telling this guy, like, oh, you that I know your wife, she will take everything away from you. She will do this, she will do that, because she knows the wife. She knows the wife. She knows how the wife will react. Guess what? This is the August PA. That is why I tell you, men, you see, elephant does not eat from under himself. Yoruba sọ wípé, kí ló ń pe elephant? Elephant, no. Erin is elephant in my language. Erin ò kí ń jẹ koríko abẹ́. It means an elephant does not go under himself or herself. Yes, Erin, thank you, Smiley. To go and eat grass. When you are that man, listen to this, because when you're that man, that God has blessed you, either bless you or not, if you're a man, one thing you want to practice is discipline and control. Discipline and control. A lot of men, I want to tattoo to badge. Some men that can never, ever. Anyway, if you can control yourself, it is difficult for a woman to penetrate. It is because it is women, it is my gender that can just buy your life. It is my gender, women, that can just mess your life up. And it is this thing in between your legs. If you can control that thing in between your legs, men, and be disciplined, some of the problem that some of you are going through, you will not go through it. Some of the illnesses you are going through, you will not go through it. Do you understand? That one was calling me a fornicator when I said, okay, you are an adult. What is wrong with, okay, have sex? Do you understand? If that is the only partner that you have. For me, I've never in my life, even though she called me a fornicator, okay, I like it. I've never dated two men at the same time. Never. I'm 55 years old. Before I was married, when I was married, after I was married. So I was talking about celibacy, that you need to be certain you want to be celibate. I've been single for a while. Do you understand? You have to make up your mind. Like, okay, I want to be celibate. It's a thing of the mind. The same thing like sex. It's a thing of the mind. It is you like, okay, I want to do this. And when you say you are celibate, you're not going to be walking around with sex toys. So no, you're not celibate if you're masturbating. That is not celibacy. Because when you're when you're masturbating, you're thinking about sex. It's a choice. It's a choice. And that's why I said don't let anybody boo-boo you with any religiosity, any religion, any preaching. Continue badun. It's a lie. They are liars. They are liars. Somebody telling you, no, don't have sex. It's the same one telling you, I should be, we can be doing something. It's married though. That's why I said, don't let anybody lie to you. It is between you. You know what? Before I feel guilty about anything, God is between me and God. Let your faith be between you and God. We go to church, we go to Mashalashi to just worship with brethren. If you don't go, nothing will happen. Hear from God, know from God. Know that, okay, this relationship is wrong. Do you understand? People do unthinkable, worse things behind the closed doors and come and be preaching nonsense. I know all these SU kind of people. Trust me. So it is what you want to know that you know. It's between you and God. Let me tell you sincerely, when you're doing something that is not right, your spirit will tell you, God will tell you, me, even when I say, oh, I'm going to be bad, my spirit will tell me, no, there's some things that I cannot do. You know how many of my friends want to sleep with me? You know how many of these pastors want to sleep with me? Some of them are married. Most of them are married. So it is between you and God. Like, this thing that I want to do, no, I can't do it. This is a sin between God and myself, not even you. So it is whatever you want to do, go to God. Go to God. Intimate issues, intimate things. It is between you and God. It is God, your spirit. That is if you're in alignment with God. If you're in alignment with God, nobody can tell you what you're doing is wrong. God, the spirit of God, either you're a Muslim or even if you are even a traditionalist. You see, I even trust these traditionalists, these Isheshe people. I trust them more than some pastors. I trust them. I trust some of these traditional worshippers down because you see that Ogun, they fear that Ogun and Shango more than some of you fear God. So don't let us go into religion. I told that lady before. A man will protect you from rejection, but it also keeps you from being knowing the truth. Think about that. Think about that. Men, control yourself. Have self-control and self-discipline. It will save you from a lot of problem. It will save you from a lot of trouble. It will save you from wearing mask. Do you understand? Because some lies that you tell is because you have misbehaved. You have already misbehaved. That's why you're covering your face. You're masking up. If people only know the mask, who knows the real man? Who knows that? Who knows what keeps him awake at night? You just know your husband will just wake up in the middle of the night. Ah, baby, you're not sleeping. Oh no, Kumi. Why will you not kun? You've been gone all day. You're supposed to be sleeping. He has a lot in his head. And it's not like a lot that is in his mind. I agree, sister, definitely is the fact. A lot is going on in his mind. He's thinking about how to provide for you. He's thinking about his business. He's thinking about his boss. He's thinking about what is going on in the farm. He's thinking about, oh my God, I can't even tell my wife what is in my account. I can't even tell my wife that container that I'm expecting, something has happened to it. He has a lot going on. And he's still telling you, he knows fears. He has fears. He has fear. He's struggling, but he doesn't want you to know. Women, please, I'm begging you, if you're married or if you have a sound, stable, serious relationship, be that woman that your husband, that your man, let me use man now, be that woman that your man can trust. You know, sometimes if you want to barrage, listen first. Be a listener. You know, a lot of troubles, irreconcilable differences here can be resolved if you can just be a listener. You see, that is his side chick, that is mistress, that is girlfriend. Sometimes it's not love, oh, it's peace, peace of mind. He knows, if I call Busola, hey, she will give me the right answer. Or I just need, it's not even looking for answers sometimes. He just want to talk. He just want to bear his mind out. You know, sometimes I will have friends that the moment I feel like, okay, emotionally they're getting attached, we're like, hey, go back home. I'm redirecting you back to your wife. I'm not doing this thing that you. No, I've helped you enough. Go back home. So women, please. Some women be like, me nigga, this, that. Hey, come on, calm down. Some people raised us. They make mistake. Are you a parent now? Life did not end there. Let him be able to trust you that even if I make a mistake, no matter what kind of a mistake, business mistake, foolish mistake, friendship mistake, okay, I have slept where I'm not supposed to sleep, I have shoot where I'm not supposed to shoot, if he knows. I have an uncle. She has this wife. Not really an uncle because it became my uncle. You know how you adopt people. You see his wife. He calls the woman Olokpa. Olokpa Oga. As that's his police. This woman is tough, as in tough. But you know what? She is her husband's peace of mind. I don't care what this man would do. You say, Busola, he will go home and confess. Business deal gone wrong. Something gone wrong. Something is bothering him. That's the woman is going. You would think when he talks about his wife, you would think he's talking about his mother. I'll be like, jealous of mommy. The first time he told me jealous of mommy, I say, okay. So I say, but I think your mother is dead now. You have a stepmom. Say, I laughed. And I really loved him for that. Anything. He will go home. You understand? The one that he was so scared. Oh my God, he had this girlfriend. You see some girls that, okay, you're just liking them. Or the next thing, she made herself Mrs. She wants to be Mrs. And that one said like, okay, even if I want to marry a second wife, you will not force me to marry you. Yes, I like you. I'm really fond of you. But now you're telling everybody that you're my madam. No, madam there for house. So he called me. I said, okay, uncle, you know what? You will go home and tell your mom. And the lady told him, like, Moku Jerry Yahweh, because she already knows that woman would do. I said, okay, before we go to your wife, because we can say she will not go, but she will go. I said, let me talk to her first. And I said, you know what? It is me that I will tell madam. As soon as I drop the phone, we are calling madam and reporting what he did. I said, you're a very useless person. You have this kind of man in your life. It's not giving you problem or nothing. You did not have an agreement that he wants to marry you. You know, sometimes a man will feel like you should allow somebody in your life to feel like, oh, this partner of mine, I don't want to lose him. I don't want to lose her. Do not force marriage on anybody. When somebody feel like, okay, I have you, I don't want to let go. I don't want to lose you to anybody. And they say, can you marry me? It is your choice to say yes or no. But when you are the one forcing marriage on somebody that doesn't want to marry you, it will not end up fine. It will end up in disaster. It will end up in disaster. Do you understand? So it pays you to say you want to be with a married man. I'm never going to judge anybody for that. I already talked about polygamy. I talked about that 2 or 3 weeks ago. That's how somebody jumped on me too. You understand? Kole work. Thank you, Dr. Michael. Kole work. It is an agreement. And men, even, that's why I said have self-control. It is okay. You may want to have somebody. That's okay. You know the reason why you're with that somebody outside of your wife. Oh, Lord, man, God, I will never, ever judge anybody for that. But you need to use your brain. And you need to know when to say no. You see some of my gender. When we see a good man, we don't want to leave. But when a good man does not ask you for marriage, do not force it. When a good man feels like, okay, madam at home is good for me, and do not go and force yourself to be pregnant, it doesn't end well. This lady, first she said, what if I told you I'm pregnant? I said, it's a lie, you're not pregnant. And if you're pregnant, did he tell you I'm his sister? We'll go and do DNA test. I said, me, I will be the one to do the DNA test for you. I said, if you don't have this baby and we do DNA test, if you dare go to his wife, I'm going to be the one to deal with you myself. I told that man, I said, if you don't break up with this one, she will be the one to kill you. Don't just go. You see, especially when clarity is very, very important too. Very, very important. A lot of women are desperate, especially if you're that kind of a caring man that give peace too, and you're taking care of her. Do you understand? When a man is taking care of you and he doesn't ask you to marry him, do not force it. He's still doing what he's doing. Hey, oh my God, he's still doing what he's doing. You cannot force him to marry you. And you cannot go and bring one pregnancy that he already told you, I don't want a baby. Now you go and have a baby. And when somebody tells you, I don't want a baby, ask if oh my God, I don't even know what I want to say. You see, this thing is planning. You don't want somebody to have a baby for you and you're not using any protection. You're stupid as well. Do you understand? If she's bring that pregnancy, she knows she wants to have that baby. That's why. You can't tell me I have a baby by mistake. No, no. You don't want a child and you're not using protection. You're not using any family planning. You're not using any family planning. I would love to collaborate in live talk with you. Okay, doctor, tell me when you're ready. So, you see this thing, brain. Let's use our brain. Let's use our brain. Who knows the real man? Who knows what keeps him awake at night? Who knows what he fears? You don't know what you have to know your man. You have to know your man. You have to know your man. God has given you that instinct as a woman, more than a man. You have to know, I have to say, you have to know your man. Who knows the disappointment he has never spoken about? Let him talk to you. Give him that peace. Okay? Who knows the dreams is quietly buried? You know, a lot of men would tell me the reason they don't pursue that dream. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Men, if you want to come up, I'm just trying to say, maybe sometimes you can just have a Friday evening chat on TikTok. That's way I can bring people up. Or if somebody here want to come up because of Facebook, that's why I did not. But yeah, you're right. Somebody's sending me a message. If you want to come up on TikTok, I think we can do that. You can jump up. We can do that. Okay. Some wear the mask of confidence. Some wear the marks of success, business, perfection, anger. I can't deal with that too. Friday, okay, we can do that. Maybe Friday we can be having like an evening chat on Friday or after work and just do Faji on TikTok and just talk about issues and bring people up on TikTok. That would be TikTok because this Facebook, Papa, I'm getting tired of them. Some even wear the mask of spirituality. 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 Okay, auntie. Okay. This Friday, as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to get home early on Friday. Let's do it on Friday. Let's do it on Friday. On Friday, this Friday, let's try the first Friday Faji kind of a thing. We'll just come and be talking on TikTok, not Facebook. Not Facebook. We do that on Friday. That'll be my 6 p.m. 6 p.m. I'll have to check my schedule. Yeah, we can do that on TikTok. You see, spirituality, let me tell you. You see some of these men that you think they are spiritual. It is a lie, oh. It is a lie, oh. You have a wife at home. You haven't had sex in 3 months. You're lying to her. Yes, we're fasting. You're doing 100-day fasting. You're doing 200 days fasting. You're doing 70-day fasting. Who sent you? At the end of the day, Kilobade is a lie. It's a mask. It's a mask. Guess what? Daddy has ED, erectile dysfunction, and could not tell wife. Wife is thinking daddy is cheating. Daddy is not cheating. Daddy cannot do the do. Daddy has erectile dysfunction. When I'm giving it to the women for you, let me give it to you for the women too. 3 months, she's not sick, oh. She didn't travel, she's home. You keep saying you're fasting. This ori okay, that ori okay. Do you understand? Eh? Daddy has waiting. Daddy has erectile dysfunction. Madam did not know. Okay. Báwo la ṣe máa ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ yìí sí o? This is some of the things that I'm dealing with people. Oh. I'm not making this up. So, don't spiritualize nothing. There was a time that I posted, I said, even after fasting, she's your wife now, you are married. Because if I say she's your partner now, you'll be saying, I'm preaching fornicator, right? You're living with a man in a house. You're living with a woman in the house. And you're telling me you're fasting for 30 days. You can't touch her. Are you Jesus? Are you Jesus? You're just hiding a lot of things under religion. You're hiding a lot of things under business. And one pastor, ridiculous pastor, is the one preaching against fornication. Oh, he's the one preaching against adultery. Guess what? He's not touching Madam at home, but sleeping with people in the church, having sex with church members, even married women in the church, that their husbands are in the same church. And guess what his excuse is? My wife is not good in bed. I said there is solution to that now. If you feel like your wife is dummy on the bed, you can help now. Go for sex therapy. Go for counseling. Why? I said, was she like this when you married her or before you married her? I said, no, she wasn't like this before. I said, okay, maybe it's your bad behavior. Come and listen to this. So listen to the end of this story. So I said, okay, I would love to talk to your wife if you don't mind. He said, yes, no. I said, I would love to talk to your wife first before I bring the two of you together. He said, okay, that's fine. So I said, Madam, talk to me. Daddy Gio is not here. What is really, really going on? He said, Dr.O, I don't even to have sex with him, I'm scared. I said, why? Do you know this woman had STD? She had STD and she didn't tell the husband. I said, you should have told him. I said, when you're treating STD and your partner is not treating, he's going to come back and give it back to you now. What you think you're clearing is bringing it back. So madam would just say, no, you know? And then he said, the madam got to know that he's cheating with church members. So now, take sex is a thing of the mind. For me too, some people just have sex. For somebody like me, sex is, I see it as a very sacred thing. I don't just have sex with just anybody. I don't do yama yama. Because when you keep jumping here and there, it is yama yama. It is yama yama okpo. Or like they said, okpo fa. Okpo, in fact, oja skill. So now, the first time madam had STD, it was just, she knew, the doctor told her, this is what is going on. And it's like, since we've been married, I haven't slept with anybody but my husband. So, where did this come from? Yama, I'm telling you. I said, well, really, did you tell him? No, you never told him. He said at one time, though, he has fever. And she stylishly gave him medication that the husband did not know. So she thought it has cleared. I said, that's not smart. It is smart that you stylishly did that to treat him, but it is not smart. You should have told him. And then the fact that she knows that the husband is cheating, not with one woman, no. The one that really, really messed her up was a married woman in the church. The husband is in the church too. The husband is a worker. The husband loves them, likes them, comes to the house. And her husband is sleeping with this woman. So she got what? Disconnected. And the husband is saying she will just sleep there like a log of wood. I said, okay. So that's the solution to our problem. I'll see you and your husband next week. I said, Daddy Gio, I call him Daddy Gio. You want to hear the truth? I've talked to your wife, and I want your wife to tell you why she sleep like a log of wood. And the madam says, do you know this man did not even know that all the Senegarians is doing, madam knows. And this is the man that will be there. She even sent me one of one of his preaching. Like, Dr.O, listen, this is my husband preaching. Oh. This is my husband preaching. He said, I'd lost count of how many people he has slept with in the church. I said, how do you know? He said, the first time she had a dream. I said, you are like me. If I'm going out with you, I do this. I'm straightforward. I don't do mago. So when I'm with you, I'm only with you. I swear to God who made me. If you do anything, I will see. God will show me. Some people are like that. God will show me. He will show me. If I don't get a name, I will see the face. I will see the face. Or, okay, this is who you're sleeping with. Or this is what you did. It doesn't have to even be sex. I'll just tell you what you did. Some things God will just intentionally show me. So I will tell you, I will be like, ajelele yini. So if you cannot be a straightforward, truthful man, you cannot be with me. Because Ashiri Olebo. And she said that is how she got to know. He said, Dr.O, this is strange. I said, it's not strange. That is who I am too. And that's why I said, be intimate with God. Or Yoruba will say, if you're really with God, there are some things, the devil cannot maltreat you anyhow. I'm telling you the fact. Okay, so let me ask you something tonight. Who are you when nobody needs anything from you? I'm talking to the men, or maybe the women. Who are you when nobody needs anything from you? Because some men are like this, because everybody needs you for something. So that ego is there, and the mask is there. The real you, we don't know, because we come to you as the boss, or we come to you as the Olowo of the family. We come to you as somebody. We come to you as we need something from you. So we may not know the real you without us needing you for something. As a father, your children need you. As a husband, your wife needs you. You alone with God, just sitting down here. Sometimes I'll just sit in this office, just me and God, just talking, several times. Probably when my daughter is going, it's always my daughter, my son, but that was my daughter. Just like, Mommy, who are you talking to? I'll be like, oh, God. She will smile. Because sometimes I would not know that I was loud. I'll just be talking. I'm just here sitting, talking to God. That's who you are. When nobody's looking, when nobody needs anything from you, that is who you are, you and God. Some people will lie to the point that they will still be lying to themselves. But ordinarily, regularly, you know who you are. When nobody's there, when nobody's knocking your door, when nobody's saying, Daddy, I have to pay school fees, when madam is not saying, baby, when nobody's asking you for anything, they don't need help, they don't need anything. Who are you? When your income is removed, you don't have a job, you lose a job, or business is gone. Who are you? When your accomplishments are removed, all these degrees no longer there. Who am I? I'm Sibusola without the doctor. Who are you? Because your identity, who you are, is bigger than what you produce. Your identity is bigger than what you produce. I think we talked about this in the singles class on Saturday. Okay, just joining. We have a singles class going on now every Saturday. Okay. And I thought last Saturday, we talked about identity. Who are you? When I go to seminars, when I go to conference, and I said, who are you? No. It's not about you are no longer existing. No. If, God forbid, people lose jobs, people lose businesses, people lose family members, people lose, who are you? Dr. Michael said, I just used this topic to speak last week on one of my live stream. Yeah, who are you? That's the same question I asked them. Last Saturday, we did the singles. I said, who are you? I'm telling you, most times people don't get that question right. When I ask at the seminar, who are you? People stand up introducing themselves. I'm Dr. Busola. I'm a massage therapist. I'm a counselor. I'm a life coach. No, who are you? Your identity, without all the accolades, without all the. And I said, where did I write my own? And I said, where's my note? Where's that my small notebook? I have too many notebooks here. Okay, it's this one. And I said, no, just look at yourself. Without the job that you do, without the husband you married to, without your marital status, without your job, without anything, where did I write it? I said, just think about who are you? And I said, let me start. My name is Olubusololu Aferomi. I'm a honest person. I'm trustworthy. I am kind. I am loyal. I am faithful. I am brilliant. I am intelligent. I am wise. I am intentional. I'm beautiful. I'm loving. I'm fabulous. I'm sexy. I'm spiritual. I'm fun. Dr. of Lagos said I'm a calagbo. Before the agbo comes. And Dio said she wrote 30. Think about who you are, who you can be. Those things that you can be. Do you understand? Who are you without the titles? How can we identify you? Bisola is a kind person. Bisola is a very honest person. She's a very truthful person. And so when they start calling you, oh, she's a liar, she's this, she's a that. That's your identity. They're labeling you. Sometimes people lie against you, but they are labeling you with those things. That's who they want. That's who they're saying you are. So who are you? Sit down, just you and God. You know Shade is not watching you. You know Dr. O is not there to say, hey, Irolongpa. You know Dayo is not there to say, hey, yeah. No, just you and God. Who are you? Who are you? Okay. Without how many kids you have, without your marital status, I am faithful. If you tell God you are faithful, will God say, kilo we? Or God will say, yes, Omadada. If you tell God I'm kind, will God frown or will say, yes, you're right? Oh, yes, Dr. of Lagos. Yes, you're right. We just moved. We moved that office. I closed that office up. But yes, that's the fair face. That was my office. You understand? So who are you? Because your identity is bigger than what you produce. You see? Now they can say, oh, that doctor is loyal. Dr. O is faithful. Dr. O is beautiful. Or Dr. O is a massage therapist. Now you adding all this. Oh, she's single. Oh, no, she's married. Your value is greater than your performance. Sometimes you have potential that you're not exercising. That's performance. What you can do, what you can produce is your performance. Your value, the value. Sometimes I'm scared to put all my titles. Not as in scared. I'll be like, "Shele yo work or Dubai." Do you understand? That's the value I kept adding to my life. Somebody look at me one day, and I kind of see some jealousy in there because she wasn't saying it in the right way. I said, so why are you blaming me for adding value? That was the response because she said it in a way, in a demeaning way. You are economists. It's only you that you are the massage therapist. You are the medical massage therapist. You are the counselor. You are the this, you are the that. And she can't counting it. I said, oh, I didn't even know. I said, I even forgot that I'm a sex therapist. I said, I even forgot. She labeled everything. I said, you forgot to say that I'm an advocate for domestic violence. So you did not add that. And I said, should we put all my awards and everything? I said, no, those are not my title. I said, you sound like I've done something wrong. I said, I haven't done anything wrong except to add value to my life. Now you're blaming me for becoming what? Your value. Your value. Your value is greater than your performance. Because sometimes we have all these things. You see all these titles and stuff. Oh, okay. You see all this stuff that I have done, huh? All this stuff that I've done, I'm not even using everything. Sometimes I don't even label all my titles and what I can do. You get the point. Because now my value is greater than what I'm performing. If I'm performing everything that I have license or degree for, hey, but you know what? I'm lucky because everything that I do is about healing. It's about wellness. So boom, I'm doing everything. You may come for medical massage and I'm counseling you. I'm sitting down there. I'm your life coach. I'm your counselor. I'm your therapist. I'm everything. So they're getting like 5 services. They only paid for one. Do you get it? The worth is not determined by how much you carry. Many men spend years trying to earn something that should never have to be earned. You just sit down there. You spend years. You spend years trying to earn a trust. Some women can never ever trust you because her mother already said it, instilled in her head, like you don't trust a man, no matter what that man, whoever that man is. She was already taught, don't ever trust a man. Or maybe her father was never trustworthy. So in her head, that trauma is telling her you can never ever trust a man. Or maybe the first experience in life about a man is like, okay, somebody broke her heart. She will never ever trust another person. Many men spend years trying to earn something that should never have to be earned. No, you don't need to work too hard for somebody to love you, for somebody to accept you, for somebody to respect you, for you to feel belong, especially if you're with a woman. The woman you're with, you should not be working so hard to earn. No. Healing begins when a man realizes he does not have to perform to deserve those things. You don't need to buy her Gucci before she loves you. You don't need to build her a house before she loves you, before she accepts you. Some of you men, you buy love with money and then you shocked that she doesn't love you anymore because the way you were giving her money, those things you were doing, you're not doing again. She loved you because of what you were doing. Now she does not. She's looking for the highest bidder. And if you make mistake and buy love and marry that one, you know you are in trouble. Serious trouble. Even if that money is coming, she may still be looking for the highest bidder in your house. A lot of married women cheat. Get that right. He already has value because he is a human being created with dignity and purpose. Now let me say this. Taking off the mask does not happen overnight. It does not. Healing does not happen overnight. Some masks have been worn for years, for decades, since he was 7 years old. Now this man is 47 years old. Now this man is 60 years old. And you want him to wake up and then the scale is off, the mask is off. Call it possible. They became survivor. He has eaten under that mask for so long that's his surviving mode. You know, that's power for him. But what helps you survive one season may keep you from healing in the next. There comes a time when every man has to ask himself, what am I protecting? You see, the mask. You need to ask your question. If I take this mask off, this line, this I am like this and you're nothing. If I take this mask off, what am I protecting? And what is this mask going to cost me? Or what is this mask costing me? All these lies. You know, eventually, if you're a liar, lie, we'll still know that you're a liar. You know, you're covering up that you have money. Money is finished, so you're still covering up. What is it costing you? You're getting from there to there because you're trying to cover up for your woman that money is still there. And you spend the money that you don't have. It's costing you what? Is it costing me intimacy with my wife? You know, madam is hungry now, and you're not telling telling her the truth. Kuku tell her the truth, like you have ED. A lot of men, they would not tell their wife. A lot will be looking for solution. The wife will be thinking is cheating, and the husband is stressing. Now you have high blood pressure upon whatever ED because, hey, open up. Ẹ̀kan lọmọkùnrin kú. It is once that you will say it. Is it costing me a relationship with my children? You know, your children that are used to like you spending big. They like to show off too. You have taught them to show off. Now the money is not coming. So they're wondering, why is daddy behaving like this? Mommy is telling them, oh, your father has a sidekick somewhere. That's where he's spending the money. So now your children hate you. They don't like you because you're not doing things for them. They think it is intentional. But it is not intentional. Business is not like the way it used to be. Madam is feeding them with lies. You feeding madam with lies. Is it costing you friendships? Is it costing you peace? Is it costing you your mental health? You cannot be in that state of mind and say you are okay. It's already affecting your mental health. Because the very thing that once protected you may now be imprisoning you. That money you're flaunting, you know, that was your protection. Now, that's your prison. Because you can't say the truth. I want to speak to you men right now. You don't have to impress me. I'm not saying me as in me. You don't have to impress anybody. Do you understand? So let me use myself for every woman in your life. Because most of the time, these problems, these marks you're wearing is because of the women. So let me use me. You don't have to impress me. You don't have to prove anything to me. In fact, I like men to come to me the way they are. It is my choice to be with you or not to be with you. And most times, some of us that you're trying to impress, we don't need you to impress us. Just come as you are. If we need to be together, we'll build together. Even me at 55, me, I cannot start building from the scratch. Oh. Don't go to a woman that's already achieved at 50 and be looking for somebody to build from the scratch. Some women, you know, they have money, they will build you up. Or even though some of you will still break their hearts. But I'm just saying generally, okay? This is a general thing. You don't need to impress me. You don't have to prove anything to me. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to wear a mask here. If you're tired, tell me you're tired. If you're grieving, say it. Let's grieve together. If you're afraid, say what is scary. Maybe it's nothing. You know, women, we're powerful. Hey, some of us, you know, we have that power. You know, that power to keep you grounded. If you're struggling, say it. Because the marks may hide your pain from people. But it also hides your pain from the people who genuinely want to help carry it. If you keep lying to me now, how am I supposed to help you? It's not always about money. It can be anything. You know, sometimes I have all these powerful men, eh? Sometimes one day one called me. I was like, Dr.O, I know I can trust you. I said, yes, sir. Said, I need to say something. I need to talk to somebody. I said, talk. Said, can we do video? I said, okay, let's go on Zoom. So it wasn't even his problem. Oh. It was his nephew's problem. And nephew came to uncle like, uncle, you're the only one I can keep this secret. Like, I can say this to. What should I do? And uncle too was troubled. I said, this is nothing big. And you couldn't share this with your wife. I said, Dr.O, please leave that one. What do you think I should tell him? Or what do you think he should do? So I said, okay, let's start from the beginning. So I now broke it down. He said, see, love. I said, don't love me, you know, we laughed. And so he called me back. He said, you said simple. He said, it's because it's your job. It's easy for you. He said, you see that wisdom that God has given you. God will not take it to Dr.O. I said, yes, sir. You know, sometimes just say it. Just say it. Just say it. And relieve yourself of that burden. And you know what? Sometimes the thing you share, it's like, oh, boom. It will be as easy as that. And I mean, for me, I'll just sound like it's easy. And what's learning? He called me last week, like, remember what I told you about my nephew? I said, yes, Alpha, how is he doing? Blah, blah. I said, everything is solved though. Because they were about to get a divorce. And I'm like, that's what the wife want to divorce her husband for? Like, for real? I said, no. First of all, tell him, I said, go sing a borrow, Itale. And this your nephew sound like a reasonable, responsible husband, oh. She better not leave, oh. Tell him this, tell him this, tell him this. Do you understand? And to God be the glory. But I was like, okay, they solved the problem. So sometimes, some things you're carrying, you don't know. That's why I always say, when you are in alignment with God, pray about everything. Even the simplest thing you want to say it to the right person. The simplest thing about you want to do, like, I want to choose a dentist, I want to choose a doctor. You want to pray about the right person in alignment with you and God. Do you understand? As we close tonight, because it's almost 5 o'clock, I want you to sit quietly with one question. One question. Not for everyone. This is not for everyone. This is for yourself. This is for you as the men and you women too. What mask have you been wearing? I used to have a mask here. I should have put that on. Maybe you will understand me better. I used to have a mask. I think it was Dio that bought that mask for me. We were supposed to use it for my party or something. I can't remember. I kept that mask somewhere. What mask? What mask are you wearing? And what would your life look like if you no longer needed this mask? You see that mask you've been using to cover your face? What is it? If you remove it, what will your life look like? You see that lie you've been telling your wife? If you stop it, how will your life be? Maybe relieved, maybe peaceful. Because you're covering up. If you stop covering up, if you just be yourself and you're truthful to yourself and to everybody, you know what? In totality of this, you will have peace because you're not trying to think about what would I say today? What would I say tomorrow? The first lie you told, how are you going to cover that up? If you take that mask away, how would your life be? How would you look like? How will your life look like? You probably will sleep better at night. You probably will stop taking your blood pressure medication. You probably will be relieved and relaxed. Guess what? Maybe that your ED is not even a serious thing. Sometimes when you have a lot going on, blood pressure can cause you erectile dysfunction. I'm talking to the men now. Those medicine you're taking for high blood pressure will cause you erectile dysfunction. So by the time you take that mask off, you don't have, your blood is not rising again, and you don't need your medication again. Guess what? You don't need Viagra. I was telling a patient yesterday, I said, don't use Viagra again. If you have tried, because he was telling me, what do you think about Viagra? I said, you will die before your time. Your kidney will fail. I was telling him all the side effects. I said, so go natural. And I said, okay, let's reverse. Why do you need Viagra? Why do you think you have ED? You're not even 60 years. You understand? I know some younger people now, these days, they have ED. I said, so what is called? I said, when a man tells me they have ED, the first thing I want to know is what medicine are you taking? Because that's your side effects. It will affect your erectile now or very soon. Okay, you have high blood pressure. What is causing your high blood pressure? You've been lying. Your girlfriend is giving you blood pressure. Madam at home is not doing nothing, no. So you leave peace, go look for trouble. Or maybe the one at home is the problem. What is causing the problem? You want to sit down and resolve that. Maybe by the time your blood pressure comes to normal, you don't need medication again. You wean yourself off medication. Your penis will begin to work again. There will be no erectile dysfunction. It is very possible. I've gone through this with patients a lot of times. All you need to do is take that mask off. The girlfriend that is giving you, a lot of men, their girlfriends are the problem. Why? Break up with her. And she'll go and tell your madam. Kuku, go and confess to madam now. You save your own life. Save your life. Save your life. You know, whatever you think you're covering. Okay, your wife think you have that much money. You don't. Go and confess like, hey, baby, the money you think is there is not there. Oh. Hey, girl, tell your baby, we need to manage now. Whatever is going to happen will happen. You will save yourself some trouble. You will have peace of mind. How would your life look when that mask is off? You don't have to be macho. You don't have to hide. You're just you. And then you don't have to take medicine. You don't have to go to bed and be wondering when is sleep going to come. Sleep will come naturally. Sometimes it's the thing you're covering that is causing you sleepless nights. Come off it. Take the mask off, and the rest is history. Don't tell me it's not going to work. I'm telling you it will work. What is that one thing that you're hiding? What mask have you been wearing? And what would your life look like if you no longer need this mask? Just take a moment. I know you're not going to drop the comment. Take a moment. Just think about it. Everybody think I'm rich. Must you lie? Your family think you have rich. That's why everybody's sending their bill to you. That's why you have to be the one paying for tuition for everybody. You see, this year, some things that I used to do, I stopped it because I have a project coming. I have a big event coming, and I cannot be everybody's Jesus Christ. So, hey, I stopped some things. You cannot see it even on Facebook. I'm not dishing out money like I used to. The ones that are mine, if they need things, they tell me. If I can afford it at that time, I will. If I don't have much as they need, I will say, okay, I don't have much. I will send. I'm not doing all this giveaway. No. Because the time I say giveaway, you will see thousands of people that has never made a comment on my post. They will come. So I said, I want to reward loyalty. I call them children. I have students. I have children on this Facebook that I can help. So don't come and be doing gra. Whatever your own mask is. Yeah, I'm not a rich woman yet. Oh, I will be rich or I'll be a billionaire. But right now, I'm managing my life. I'm okay by myself. So don't let people think you're all that. You're not all that. You don't need to put on gold and this and this. People do too much chakra on this social media. And they are nothing. Empty barrels. Do you understand? Come the way you are to people. Let people know. The people in your life especially. You lying to your wife. You lying to your husband. Of course, your blood pressure will never come down. Your blood pressure will never come down. You will continue to use blood pressure medicine. Do you understand? So, when nobody's looking, who are you? Just sit down. It's you and God. Talk to him. Take that mask off. Because either it's there or not. God sees you. He knows you. He knows who you are. So who you are when nobody's not around is who you are, right? Take that mask off. It will help you. It will save you. You see everybody that think you're a billionaire, you that you are just managing jeje, and they're bringing their bills. If you don't do for them, they think you're stingy, they think you're wicked, they think you're this, they think you're that. But because you're not all that, I don't want you to think I'm rich and my money is for you. No, my money is for me. I do whatever I want to do with my money. But if you keep lying, you wearing Gucci, you display. That's why I hate taking picture with designer stuff. People already know that bag you're carrying is $4,000. Just when they were trending these people carrying bags on Facebook, I'm like, must you carry your $50,000 bag and be showing us for what now? Honestly, when people do stuff like that, I see you as immature. That's my opinion. No, I don't need to come and show you my $50,000 bag. In fact, if I have money to buy $50,000 bag, I will not bring it on social media because I know my inbox will be filled that day. Like, it is original. It's $50,000. Do you understand? And now you will do show off. People will come to you and you will say no, and you'll be angry. They're calling you names. Take your mask off. Some of the things we do is immaturity. Take that off. take that off, okay? Take that off. I know some of these influencers, that's how they make their money. It's okay. I'm not blaming them or I'm not judging them. I'm talking to us, average people with our brains that we we know how to manage our lives. Take a moment, be honest. Healing begins with the truth. Healing begins with the truth. One lady told me, one man told me, he said, Doctor, I don't even know what got into me. He did DNA tests for his children. One of those kids are not his. What am I going to do about it? You find out the truth, Abby. You will keep wondering what happened, how it happened for the rest of your life. If you don't call your wife and say, okay, I did this, what happened? Do you know they change babies in the hospitals too? And I was watching, is it a news of on Facebook, somewhere in the Asaba or Abia or somewhere, the police went to raid a hospital. In that hospital, if you go there as a normal person to have a baby, they will tell you your baby died. And they were selling this baby. You know, some of these women that are doing this, their husband has no knowledge of it. I've had a client like that from Nigeria. The husband did a DNA test. They were traveling. You know, back then that you have, I think they still do it. If you have to travel to the US, you have to do all this DNA testing and stuff. And realize 3 kids. One was his own. 2 of the, I think it was the last baby that was his own. The first 2 are not his own. Hey, wala kata. I said, well, something just told me it's not because she fornicated, like that one called me, right? I said, maybe you want to talk to your wife. Do you know this woman confessed? I said, I couldn't blame the husband because the husband would just come home and go back. So it was time to bring his family. He lives in the US. That was why he had to do DNA testing. So every time he had a baby or when the wife was pregnant, he wasn't there. So the wife couldn't wait for God. She had to do mago twice to bring baby home. It was the last baby that is their own. I said, talk to your wife. Talk to your wife. Something happened. And sometimes they will switch babies in the hospital. People make mistake or intentional mistake. You know, somebody is looking for a boy. And a lot of things that you will hear and you will think is a lie or is fabu. No, it's their real life issues. There are real life problems and things that people go through. You had a baby. So if you're pregnant, make sure you do scan you. Do scan so you know you are having a baby. When they switch and give you a girl in the hospital instead of a boy, you have to tell them, no, the scan says I'm having a boy. How come I'm having a girl? Real life issues. So tonight, men, this is for you. You sit down, you take that mask off and see, like, if I don't have this on, how will my life be? Would I have peace of mind? And then you may decide if you want to put the mask back, or it's like, hey, enough is enough. I've worn this for too long. Let me be real this time. So healing begins with the truth. You know the truth. God knows the truth. You want to sit down with God, say the truth to yourself and out. And truth begins when the mask comes off. You cannot have a mask on and be lying. You understand? Don't lie to yourself. That's why I said unmasking the soul. That's why I wrote this book back then. This was just about relationship and domestic violence. But these are other things. Thank you for joining me. Healing begins when silence ends. You begin to heal when you start talking. Not just talking, when you start saying the truth. So this is it. Next week, we have 3 more weeks to deal with these men issues. And then I have to go to another topic. I'm getting tired because I know some men are watching on TikTok. They're watching on TikTok. So thank you for joining me. What men never say, the mask men wear. And women too, you know, and women too. And women too. So just sit yourself down. Think about, what am I covering? Why am I covering it? If I take it off, how would my life be? Alero. How will my life be? When you know that, your healing begins from that. So 3 more weeks to go. Send this video to your friends that are men and women too. At least tonight is talking to all of us, but specifically the men. So thank you. I will see you again next week. Oh, this Friday, we are going to test drive. You're not going to work on Saturday. Me, I still work on Saturday. So this Friday, we'll do our video, 6 or 7 p.m. So we're going to start around 6 p.m. Here will be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 p.m. Nigeria. Some of you are still not sleeping. We just come on TikTok and do like a freestyle. People can come up and then we talk and discuss. Even if it's 2 or 3, my page on TikTok, I'm Amokialagbo, I think something like that. I will post it for you guys. So on Friday, I think I should be home early. If not 6 o'clock, maybe 7 o'clock. So we can just have a freestyle and see and just talk and ask questions and have fun and play some music while I'm eating asun. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. I love you. And for the rest of this, Alero, yes, what you ask me, yes, because I think you're watching me from TikTok. Yes, 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 yes. Come, Moale. So, good night. Let me go find something to eat or drink. I will see some of you on Friday, and I will see the rest of you next week, Wednesday, while we continue with What Men Never Say. And I just started something on Monday. I call it Healing Beyond Hands. Healing Beyond Hands. I want to bring to you live what happens in my treatment room. I see a lot of things, I hear a lot of things, I deal with a lot of things, and most are real life experiences. So I'm going to be writing about that. Maybe when I finish this main series, we'll go to that. But this is writing, this is book. I don't want to write that book right now. I have a lot of things in my cup that is overflowing. So I'm going to make it a weekly write up every Monday. I will post that on my Facebook and on my TikTok. I don't know. It's long. It's like a whole 1 hour treatment conversation with clients that have agreed. So I don't know how I'm going to be dropping that on Instagram because sometimes when it's too long, it doesn't drop on Instagram. So on Monday, I started. So go check on my page. I think it is called Healing Beyond Touch. Healing Beyond Touch. That's what it is called. So you will see that every Monday. Read it. It's going to tell you about treatments, why, what we're treating, and what leads to some of these illnesses, emotional stuff, trauma, and all that. So I want to do that. Thank you, everybody. I got to go now. I'm running out of breath. God bless you. I'll see you again next week. And to some of you, I'll see you again on Friday on TikTok. Have a fabulous evening. What is this? God bless you. I love you. Bye.